Here are a few critical Generation Alpha e-com trends that you need to know. If you're in the e-commerce space, you need to think about how to market to Gen Alpha. Born between 2010 and present, you might think that there's not enough of them or they're too young to make a difference, but there are, and they do. More than 2.5 million Gen Alphas are born across the globe every single week. Now, while Gen Alpha may not have disposable income, they do have a significant impact over their family's purchasing decisions. Here's how. 49% of household spending is estimated to be influenced by Gen Alpha children. 62% of Gen Alpha parents have said that their kids have influenced their purchase decisions. 56% of Gen Alpha parents say that their children influence specific brand purchases. And 53% of Gen Alpha receives a weekly allowance averaging out at around $22 a week. Now here's one that's very important that you might have guessed. Gen Alpha spends more time looking at screens than any other generation. 39% of Gen Alpha spends at least 3 hours a day looking at screens. 24% of Gen Alphas spend at least 7 hours a day on smartphones. Children between 8 and 12 years old spend an average of 4 hours and 44 minutes in front of screens every single day. It's a little bit crazy to think about for us millennials because Gen Alpha has never known a world without smartphones, screens, and devices. They're comfortable with touch screens and voice-activated devices basically from birth, which is absolutely influencing the way that they interact with brands. What's wild is that they're aware of their screen use, and they're actively trying to find a balance as they understand the downsides of too much screen use. 74% of Gen Alpha will go outside or specifically take steps to reduce their screen time, acknowledging that it's not good for their mental health. And they're not the only generation to do this. I mean, Gen Z has spiked the popularity of products like the dumb phone, which is basically just the opposite of a smartphone and has very limited capabilities when it comes to social media and web browsing. Now, let's look at some more data on this generation. Gen Alpha values sustainability. Research shows that 74% of Gen Alpha kids expect brands to make a positive impact on the environment. This aligns with a lot of trends that we're seeing right now. One specifically would be ingredient-led skincare. This encompasses trending skincare products that are centered around all-natural ingredients, things like niacinamide and kojic acid. If you're already in the beauty or skincare space, then definitely take the lead from K-beauty brands, because they are truly leading the charge on this trend. Gen Alpha is also the most diverse generation yet. According to the latest US Census, approximately 47% of children identify as non-white. Now, if you're in e-commerce, this is another really important part. It's that Gen Alpha expects personalized shopping experiences. And if you think about it, this makes total sense. I mean, they've grown up with algorithms already curating content perfectly for them. From YouTube to TikTok, their For You pages are very specifically crafted. Nearly 68% of Gen Alpha say they expect brands to provide personalized shopping experiences, such as targeted recommendations or personalized offers. The Rise of Personalized Commerce study showed that 70% of businesses that used AI personalization saw a 200% ROI from it. Hyper-personalized product recommendations leverage AI and real-time data to provide highly curated product suggestions tailored to each individual shopper's preferences. One way to do this is to use AI chatbots. 80% of consumers who used an AI chatbot has a positive experience with it. By the end of the year, customer spending via chatbot is expected to hit $142 billion. That's compared to just $2.8 billion in 2019. Now, let's talk about what specifically Gen Alpha is buying. Gen Alpha is already deeply engaged in online shopping versus in-store shopping. In fact, they spend an average of 2 hours per week online shopping. What's funny is that 16% of parents acknowledge their kids' addiction to online shopping. And their online shopping interests are super diverse. Nearly half of parents report their kids buy clothes online. Video games are the #1 most desired item, with 76% of parents reporting requests for them. 44% request apparel, 33% makeup and beauty products, and 27% luxury items. Gen Alpha also makes more frequent purchase requests. 70.4% of Gen Alpha kids ask their parents weekly to buy them items that they saw online. 90% of parents say their kids request items at least once a month, with 28% reporting daily requests. So, where is Gen Alpha shopping? Social media platforms play a crucial role in where Gen Alpha is buying. Instagram and TikTok are among the most popular platforms for Gen Alpha. 23% of Gen Alpha uses social media to find items they want to buy. And they're also using social media to research products they want to buy, which is a big change from previous generations. Here's a crazy one. 49% of Gen Alpha trust influencers as much as family. for product recommendations. This means that collaborations with creators and influencers who resonate with Gen Alpha are becoming more and more important. I mean, 1/3 of these preteens aspire to be influencers themselves. This means that the creator economy could potentially double in size over the next 5 years to $480 billion by 2027, up from $250 billion today. So, what does this mean for you? Influencer marketing might be changing, but it's not going anywhere. And this ties into topics I've covered before about trending AI startups. Traditionally, it's been difficult to track the success of an influencer campaign because somebody might see a product featured by an influencer, go about their day or their week, then come back, see another video, and decide to buy. But that purchase decision might be hard to track and attribute to the influencer. Given these AI platforms that are popping up and finding these hidden digital breadcrumbs, it's going to become more and more easy to track the success of these campaigns. So, if that was your concern about influencer marketing, don't write it off in 2025. Gen Alpha wants very transparent and honest reviews of products. Now, if you're having trouble finding these influencers, here's a few platforms that might help. Coley is a platform containing videographers, photographers, and influencers with significant growth in the past 5 years. Creator IQ, a California-based startup, has raked in more than $80 million as of their Series D round. They specialize in influencer discovery, campaign management, analytics, and more so that marketing teams can work with influencers more efficiently. Game Influencer is also a platform that I would be keeping an eye on over the next few years. They specialize in influencer marketing specifically for the gaming industry. Now, remember how I said the #1 purchase request from Gen Alpha was games? Through their platform, you can connect with creators and create campaigns. Gaming is a huge pastime for Gen Alpha, and it's set to be the next major e-com marketplace. Now, specifically, games that are aimed at facilitating creativity and building, things like Minecraft, are the most popular among Gen Alpha. 58% of Gen Alpha reports playing Minecraft within the last month, and 43% report the same for Roblox. Roblox is actually even partnering with Walmart to offer in-game shopping experiences. This is where e-com money is in the future. So, how do you find these Gen Alpha shoppers? First off, through their parents. A lot of brands are focusing on building awareness early by engaging with Gen Alpha parents. Also, the days of sticking to just one marketing channel are over. It's important for brands to strategically use a variety of channels. Marketers are creating omni-channel ad experiences specifically towards Gen Alpha's preference for both online and in-person interactions. It's also super important to note that YouTube and Disney Plus are the two most popular video streaming services for Gen Alpha. So if you haven't considered taking your Reels and TikTok videos over to YouTube Shorts, definitely consider that. So to sum all this up, you need to start thinking about how to market specifically to Gen Alpha. This generation completely saturating the market is not as far off as people think. Gen Alpha's spending will surpass that of every other generation by 2034. So I hope this video gave you a little bit of insight into Gen Alpha's shopping habits. If you have any questions about these statistics, please chat with me in the comment section below. Again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.